Subhash Chandra Bose, popularly known as Netaji, a great militant freedom fighter and patriot, was born at Cuttack, Orissa on January 23, 1897, to Janaki Kant Bose and Prabhavati Devi. Janaki Kant was a well-known lawyer. Prabhavati Devi was a religious and God-fearing woman. Subhash Chandra was a brilliant student from the very beginning and was first in the merit list of successful students in the matriculation examination. Bose did his graduation from Presidency College, Kolkata. He went to England in September 1919 for higher studies. He was selected for the Indian Civil Service but returned to India without completing his training to take part in the freedom struggle. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre moved and disturbed him too much. Under the deep influence of Mahatma Gandhi, he joined the Indian National Congress. He was very much impressed by Deshabandhu Chataranjan Das and began to regard him as his political guru and guide. Subhash Chandra was arrested several times. For example, he was arrested in Kolkata in December 1921 when he joined the boycott of Prince of Wales's visit. He was again arrested in October 1924 and sent into prison at Mandalay jail in Burma. Later, he became the mayor of Kolkata. Subhash Chandra was elected president of the Indian National Congress in 1938. He was again made its president the next year. At this juncture, he formed his own party, the Forward Bloc, in 1939 because of his differences with Mahatma Gandhi and other Congress leaders. Subhash Chandra launched an all-India anti-British campaign in September 1939. He was arrested in July 1940. Later he was put under house arrest, but then he disappeared in the guise of Pa Thun and reached Berlin, Germany in November 1941. He reached Malaya and established Indian National Army INA or Azad Hind Fauj by recruiting Indian prisoners of war. In June 1943, he visited Japan to have support of the Japanese government in the freedom struggle of India. On October 21, 1943, he became the commander of the Indian National Army in Singapore and began his military struggle against the British. He also established provisional government of Free India there. In December 1943, he occupied Andaman and Nicobar Islands. In December 1944, the Indian National Army crossed the Burma-India border and reached Kohima, then Impal. But the surrender of the Japanese forced him to withdraw and call off the war. It is believed that he lost his life in plane crash on August 18, 1945 at Taihoku Airport, Formosa.
Subhash Chandra was one of the greatest freedom fighters and patriots, and the pride of Bengal. He became a legend in his lifetime as a great leader, fiery orator, and organizer. He was sent to prison 11 times during 1920 and 1941. Subhash Chandra favored complete freedom of India at the earliest, while Congress was in favor of freedom in phases in the beginning. He was also against India's joining the Second World War as an ally of British. This led to differences with Gandhiji, and so he resigned from presidentship of the Congress and set up the Forward Bloc after his mysterious disappearance from his house when he was under arrest. He appeared in Kabul and again disappeared until he surfaced in Germany. From there, he started publishing a broadcast on air to help struggle for freedom. He was promised help in his armed struggles by Germany. Then he traveled to Japan, facing all the dangers posed by Second World War. He became the commander of the Indian National Army and freed the islands of Andaman and Nicobar and renamed them as Swaraj and Sheed Islands. Delhi Chalo, March Delhi became the battle cry of the Indian National Army, and they were soon across the Indian national border in Manipur. But then the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki and the surrender of the Japanese army changed the whole world course of events. Therefore, he decided to return to Tokyo to decide his further course of actions. But unfortunately, his plane crashed near Taipei and he advised martyrdom at the young age of 48. But the country took the news of his death with disbelief, and still there are thousands and thousands of Indians who believe that he is alive. Subhash Chandra Bose was a strong believer in Bhagavad Gita. It was believed that Bhagavad Gita was a great source of inspiration for the fight against British. He also held Swami Vivekananda's teachings in high esteem. In conclusion, Subhash Chandra Bose is an unforgettable national hero. He had tremendous love for his country. Furthermore, this great personality sacrificed his whole life for the country.